ahead.
Hey guys, we're talking about the AAA today on the Global Striker. We're trying to figure out different hose beds or hose lays, and this is the best we've figured out so far. Jeff's going to demonstrate by pulling it off and see how well it pays out. So Jeff, go ahead. So the benefit of the AAA is that we're only going to be stretching the line on this truck about 65 to 70 feet rather than a straight leg, which is going to be 200 feet. So now we're going to start the process of rebedding the fire truck. So Jeff has stretched the line all the way out, and our biggest concern right now when we're doing the triple load is that we don't want any twists in the line. So we're going to make sure we're going to walk up the line. Okay, so now since we're at the end of the line and we have no twists in our 200 feet of line, we're going to take it from the end, take the nozzle off so we can get the arrow when we're folding our line back in our tray, and we're going to make our Z pattern to get our AAA. So the easiest way to do to start for a starting point is we're going to break this line up into thirds, so we can do an easy 20 paces. And after our 20 paces, that's where our starting point is, so we can make our thirds. Now pick up the line on approximately 20 paces here, and what we're going to do is we're going to fold the line over and make a Z pattern. Okay, so with this Global Striker, the way they have it designed, if you look at the side of the compartment here, is that this is where our water discharges from us on the driver's side. So we've decided that our primary cross lay is going to be the rear one. So we're going to use on this hose lay, we're leaving an extra 10 feet of line after the tray that we're going to use it to flip over top so it doesn't get in the way of the nozzle. So the AAA, all we're doing when we broke the line into thirds, now we're going to put them all together at this when we're putting in the tray.
You want to demonstrate the difference of a flat versus a side edge while we're still...
For sure. Okay. So we were questioned before, we were talking about the, come on in here Chris, is we're going to run it on its side. And the reason why we're doing that is if we put it on its back, just like this, like a flat leg, if just the way the tray is constructed, it's going to be tough because it's going to stack on top of itself, just like Captain Smith is doing right now. And it would make it really tough transitions when we're going back and forth. It's going to make it not a very good looking line or pay out as easy as it does when it's on its side. So we'll show that now. And the reason why I'm starting on this side is that with the way our accordion goes is that we want to go this way and we want to end up having our nozzle here because our discharge line is on this side, on this particular head. Make sure when you guys have your nozzles that your Dutchmans are in place and they're folded the right way.
Yeah, stop short if needed.
And because of the length of our trays, they're pretty wide because of the width of the truck. We're only going to run 3 folds in the front of the tray. If you want to come over here and take a look there, Chris. So this is
Here's
where.
our Dutchman.
Okay. So after our, this is our 3rd fold on the front. So what we're going to do is this is where we're transitioning onto the top of this. So what we need to do is make sure our 3 lines are sticking together, right? And then we flip it over, just like that. Now since we're at the end, we can always grab make a handful of line in the back here. So we can make sure that our cup link and our first fold are equal together. Pick up some slack. So because the Global Striker is a spec'd at 125 gallons per minute, 100 psi, just make sure that your nozzle's on 125 gallons a minute. Okay. So this is how it's going to sit inside the compartment. We'll grab our leftover that we had. We'll flop that on top. And we'll put it in the truck. So now since we've done that that extra line on the bottom, so when we have it connected on the top, now it's not going to be in the way of this hand line when you pull it out. So if you had it so it's sitting out right here, it's going to be right in the way of this first fold, and you could run in the case where if you're pulling your AAA out, it could engage your hose line and it could make a pretty good mess for you. So the other line is going to be on this side, is going to be exactly the same, but just on the opposite side of the truck. And get out there and give her a whirl.